guys, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with a Grown Man. Today we have my friend, your favorite rapper, Sandman, Esquire. Say hello to the people.
Hey people.
So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you as well.
Oh, thank you. So you do have an album coming out on Monday, and thank you for sending me those cuts in advance. They're all dope. I've been playing them on repeat all day.
Thank you.
They're all dope. So the last time, I don't know if you were able to catch it, the last time we did Conversations with a Grown Man, it was a play off of a previous video I had done with a friend. Where we talked about open relationships. But this time we're going to do it a little different. And we're going to kind of go through some of your tracks and the inspiration behind them. And then we're going to pick the brain of Sir Esquire. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right. All right. That works.
I'ma give them what they came for. Make them try that thing low. Give them what they paid for. Make them grab them ankles. Oh yeah, I'm a bad man. Oh yeah, I'm a bad man. They gon' have to pay me. Never let them play me. Preacher couldn't save me. The devil couldn't take me. Oh yeah, I'm a bad man. Oh yeah, I'm a bad man. Words.
So that was Bad Man. So you want to give us a little bit of insight into what your thought process was with that one, sir?
When I was making
doctors and stuff.
Yeah, in fact, it'd be like that sometimes. True story. Nah, it was just I was listening to the album and the flow, and I was like, all right, I don't think I've shown people on the album that I can rap. I mean, if they've been following, they know I can rap. But let me just go ahead and rap. And then because the whole album has like a, you know what I'm saying, rap game, Teddy Pendergrass type feel to it, I was like, I need to, you know what I'm saying, I need to kick some bars real quick. Let them know I still got it. And I just decided to tell my story.
Okay. So you consider yourself to be a bad man?
I am, or I've been told.
Okay. That's a lot of weight to carry, though. Because, bad could be, could mean different things.
Yeah, exactly. It can, and it does.
All right, we're going to go into the next track, okay?
Really can't find the words to describe how sweet it is. Is it really that sweet? Hell, indeed it is. Every time you come.
So that was Can I Taste?
Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't have to ask the question, but for this interview purposes, I'm going to go ahead and ask the inspiration behind that one.
It was just like when I was writing and I was coming up with concepts, it was like love is a thing that people talk about, but it's not really tangible because it means something different to everyone. So I was like, what could I make a tangible representation of love? How could I do that? How could I paint that picture? Because love really is just a chemical reaction in the brain that releases endorphins and makes you feel a certain way. But there's no real quantify. You can't put love in a can, not for real. You know what I'm saying? And it means something different to everybody. So I was like, all right, well, I was on my, as you can see from the cover, I was on my Teddy Pendergrass. And people, from that era always talking about love being so sweet and everything like that. So I started writing it. And at first it was like I had I was using like like candy and like cake and all the other kind of stuff. But then I was like, those things aren't healthy for you. And love is healthy. So what's sweet and healthy? And I was like, fruits. Fruits are sweet and healthy. And so then once we started rolling like that, it was like, okay, I know what to do. I know exactly what to say.
All right. Okay. I feel like you got a little more personal inspiration than that, but we're gonna roll with the fruit thing.
All right, roll with
The fruit thing. All right, so we're gonna go to the next track now.
What I'm going through, I never take it out on you. We stuck together, that's forever. Fall apart, then I'm the glue. We must protect the queens. I lay it on the line, by any means. No matter what you're going through, I'm one you can run to. If I say I love you, that mean that I love you. We all we got, we at war and it ain't gonna stop. Here comes another hashtag, another brother got shot. Can't even call the police cause he was shot by the cops. And that be going through my head when you play with my locks. We must protect the queens. I lay it on the line. By any means, no matter what you're going through.
That is my second favorite. You know, my first favorite, but that is my second favorite. So you want to talk a little bit about that one?
It's just, that's the campaign right now. Protect the queens. It's just necessary. Like, without no black woman, there is no black life. Without no black life, there is no you and I. Like that, you know, I meant that because that's just what it is. And it's like, it was funny. Some commentators were having a discussion, I want to say 2-3 days ago, and they were talking about LeBron being the most hated GOAT, you know, greatest of all time that we've seen in sports. And then one guy was like, maybe, but I would say that Serena Williams is the most hated GOAT by far because she is the antithesis of what tennis was supposed to be. Tennis was supposed to be a white sport. Tennis was supposed to be for the thin and blonde haired. You dig what I'm saying? There was no place for hip hop. There was no place for blackness in tennis. Even though we had, you know, greats like Arthur Ashe, they still wanted it to look and feel a certain way, especially women's tennis. And then that's why they tried to, you know, hate on her so bad when she came through with the cat suit. Like, that's ridiculous. A woman is wearing a skirt, and every time she jumps, you can see her undergarments. But a woman decides to be fully clothed, and because she's shapely and because she's black, now all of a sudden it's a problem. Since when do we start having a problem with people covering themselves? Like, make up your mind. If she had came out in a bikini, it'd be scandalous. But then she's got a cat suit on. Now it's a problem, man. And so that was just to let the queens know that, you know, we here, we with you. You know what I'm saying? It also has a personal, it's a personal favorite of mine because a homegirl of mine got murdered about 2 weeks ago, and so I was just like contemplating that, thinking about it, and I was just like, this is something that needs to be said. And then I've been looking at these like insecure dudes that really had a problem when WAP dropped with Nicki and Megan. And they were like, you know, Nicki and Megan, and then the whole Tory and Megan. I mean, yeah, my bad. Cardi and Megan. Then the whole Tory and Megan situation happened. And I was just like, it's crazy. I'm really sitting in the studio watching these dudes get upset about women taking control of their own sexuality. I was like, hold on, cuz. They were like, you know, I don't want all women always rapping about their body parts and this, that, and the third, and I don't want to hear that. No, I was sitting there and I started beating on the table. Then I was like, slop on my knob, like corn on the cut, and everybody started singing. I was like, bro, that song came out like 99 and we've been singing it for forever. And that ain't no problem though, right? Like, come on, cuz. I was like, man, y'all need to grow up. Y'all insecure. That's what this is. And I said, you know, I can't let this insecurity float around an individual as player as myself. I was like, I can't get with this, cuz. You got mothers, aunties, nieces, daughters. I was like, when you don't check your fragile male ego, it permeates all of the decisions that you make throughout life. And you unintentionally dim the glow of the women that are around you. You know what I'm saying? Or at least you attempt to. So you, in a sense, you almost make yourself toxic. Excuse me. So that was why that needed to be said, because I was watching all the sisters post online about how they don't feel like they're protected. And, you know, there's a lot of brothers out here. At first we were like, what you mean? And then we were like, but it's not our place to say how you feel. You're telling me how you feel, and I'm going to tell you, no, you don't feel that way. But I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, nah, this is not it. I was like, okay, I can't change all the ills of the world, and but I can put it out there. So brothers that's like me, they'll gravitate to the song, they'll play it, it'll make them think about some things. Sisters will listen to the song, they'll hear it, they'll know it's other brothers like me, you know what I'm saying? And then it's me doing my minuscule part to help all of us heal. Because like I said at the end, like, we in this thing together. We all we got, regardless of people trying to act like we ain't, and they got all this, and they could be others, and all, man, we all we got at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If everything goes left and they start rounding us up and putting us in internment camps like they did the Japanese, we all we got. You gonna find out who you got. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Did you get any feedback from those same dudes when you released that? Like,
no,
nobody's let any of them. You haven't let any of them hear it yet.
I put a snippet up on Instagram and Facebook, but I only left it up for like 30 minutes. And conveniently, none of them dudes commented or had anything to say. But, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, I feel like those conversations happen in closed rooms, though. Like, most dudes are not gonna have that conversation in front of the women because they fear losing out on that thing. You know what I mean? So it is interesting to me, and it is impressive to me that behind closed doors there are still men willing to say, nah, that's not cool, or you know what I mean, or call other people out on their toxicity, so to speak.
Fact. You got to, just like, you know, when the 2020 civil rights movement was starting, and people were like, you know, if you know, addressing their white friends, saying if you're around someone that's being racist, don't just let it ride. Say something. It's the same thing. If I see you being toxic, or I see you being misogynistic, I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had a homegirl that really helped me see that. You know what I'm saying? Really, because I thought I was, let me tell it, I am just the most understanding, most open brother to ever grace the planet. But you know, sometimes you need people to bring you back down to earth and point some things out to you.
You're blinded by your own. Okay. I mean, yeah, I can definitely see that. All right.
Can't wait. This is Esquire, a Johnny.
From the bottom to the top, you were all that I could ever want. I go all around the world for somebody like you. From Chicago in the morning to Saint-Tropez, wind up in the sunset of LA. I go all around the world for somebody like you.
In a room full of women, you're all that I see, all that I want, all that you need. You the one that taught me it ain't all about me, so I'm gonna come running when you call out for me.
All right, so that was all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to talk about that one?
Man, big shout out to John Mario and JC. They're here in America now, or they're in the right way to say it. They're here in the States. They're actually from Canada. And my man John Mario hit me up and sent me the track. He was like, check it out. I was vibing to it. And I was like, all right, cool. He sent me that and some other stuff. But I heard it. I was like, all right, cool. I know exactly what to do with this. And, you know, it just felt good. So I just closed my eyes. JC is already on the hook doing his thing. I was listening. I was like, okay, I know where to go with this. And especially, like, you know, it's good to sing about things that people can't have right now. And at the time, we were still on quarantine. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody was getting on no planes going nowhere. So I was like, might as well talk about it a little bit.
I was like, okay. Is Esquire looking for a travel bay? Is that what's happening?
All that. Foreign countries, all that.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead on to the next one.
Hey, shawty, we had something good, but that's the opposite term. Had, not no more. See, you ain't gotta text me. It's Esquire. Her charge.
You got a man then, why are you calling? Why are you texting? Why are you texting? And why do I answer like I'm on here falling? All up in mention, all up in mention. If you got a man then, why are you calling? Why are you texting? Why are you texting?
All right. What's the inspiration behind that one, sir?
Oh, man. So hot in here. Shush.
We didn't even get to the hot seat yet, so don't start sweating now.
Oh, man. Yeah, clearly, when I made the song, I was never envisioning getting interviewed and getting asked about the song. But, you know, it's real clear cut, man. It's directed to, you know, she know who she is, you know what I'm saying? One of my exes. And it just, you know, it's very clear cut. It is what it is. It's straight to the point. That's another John Mario and JC collaboration. And I was just like, you know, let me just call you on it, but let me make it real melodic. Like, don't think I didn't know. Don't think I don't know this. Or I know what's going on. I know what's going on. And then that's why in the song I had to like check self. It was kind of like, no, you got a man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Only in Atlanta, right? Can you date somebody, then they cheat on you with somebody, leave you for that person, then turn around and try to cheat on that person with you. Like,
that's not only in Atlanta. There are songs about this.
Really? See, I thought I was the only one, man. I thought I was the only one.
No, first of all, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the ultimate cheated on me song, Kelly Price. She was a friend of mine. Okay? You do know there's a follow-up to this song.
No,
yes, there's a follow-up that she did to this song where the chick is calling her back now, and she's like, I know we're not friends anymore, but I think he's cheating on me now. And she's like, that's your problem, right? Like, what you want me to do about it? You wanted that. And at the end of the song, knocking at the door, he's back with Kelly. Oh, it's a whole thing.
I had no idea. Now I'm gonna have to go look it up.
Yes. I might drop a snippet of it in. Right here.
Hang up, please, cause I need to confide. He's hiding himself. Yes, I know. And coming home late. I have dinner waiting, but he already ate.
Yeah, I know.
I'm tired of crying. Don't know what to do. Don't like how it feels in your shoes.
So what the hell you calling me for? Karma's knocking at your door. I don't have that problem no more. It's your bed now, so just sleep.
But yeah, that's the thing. That's common. You jump ship, go to the other side because you think the grass is greener. You realize there's shit puddles over there, so you try to come back. You try to come back, and then you're like, I can't get back. No.
Yeah.
I think yeah. If you've ever been cheated on, I think you've experienced that at some point.
Yeah, man. I didn't know. See, that's why music's so beautiful. It's just bringing the whole world together. So
because people jump into other situations and they fall for the representation of what it is they think that they're missing. but they
Right.
don't take the time to figure out the full of what that person is. And so they jump in there and then they're like, wait. And a lot of times it's not about even wanting to go back to that person because you value them more. It's going back to that person because it is familiar. You're comfortably uncomfortable in that previous situation.
Thanks. I totally agree with that.
Yeah. So we've all made that mistake.
Yeah.
On one side or the other. We've all
Facts.
All right. So we're going to get into the last one, which is, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Okay.
Girl, you're so gone, you're so gone, you're so gone. You said we were done, why won't you leave me alone? Why you keep hitting my line, blowing up my phone? New chick, you see I moved on. I'm way over.
My friends say you finding that I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I thought we had something, but we didn't. We didn't. I thought that you was.
That's my favorite. But I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about it. Go ahead.
They gonna be like, dang, bro, having some serious relationship problems. Good God. Man, it was one of those things. That was actually the first song that I wrote for the whole EP. Like, and that song set the tone because I put out a little snippet of the video. And I was just riding in the car. I was holding the phone. It was playing in the background. And then, like, it was real cinematic because I had the sunroof open and I was driving under city lights. So the lights were, like, hitting me so you could see me, then you couldn't see me. You see me? Excuse me. And then, like, I was driving. I was coming through the city. And then, so you could see, like, the cityscape in the background behind me. And it felt like I rehearsed it. Like, it felt like
you made a music video, didn't realize you made a music video.
Back. And so I was like, I looked at it. Oh, it's kind of dope. I just put it online. And then, a couple thousand plays later, I was like, oh, y'all like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I was like, let me make a few more songs, you know what I'm saying, that have that vibe. Like I'm working on a new sound. So anybody that's into like Larry June, Payroll Giovanni, Cardo Got Wings, if you're into that like kind of smooth West Coast sound, then it's a lot of that on the album mixed with the fact that I'm from Atlanta. So I'm putting those two things together, you know what I'm saying, giving people something different. But if you like the acoustics, not acoustic, if you like the sounds, like Cardo Got Wings, Old Wiz Khalifa, that kind of stuff, then you definitely gonna like the EP.
Yeah. Well, you know why I have an appreciation, because I feel like you finally listened to me. What
with the getting singers for the hooks? Fact, that no lie, no cap. That played a huge part in coming up with the concept of finding other people to sing the hooks and not doing all the parts on all my songs. Because I remember you telling me that, so I just been thinking, but I tried to work with a couple singers or whatever. It didn't quite work out. So I got discouraged. And then I was just like, keep pushing. Then I found some people. And then when I put that together, and not, taking your advice, but not thinking anything of it, being like, all right, well, I release a song like every week and a half anyway. So when I put it out and for it to have that type of response, it got me hooked. I was like, oh, y'all like this. Okay. Let me give you some more of this then. Decided to roll with it.
So what you're saying is my check is in the mail. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying it's in the mail.
Thank you.
I got you.
Thank you. I got babies to feed, so thank you.
Right.
All right, so how do you feel overall about the entire project?
I'm extremely excited because it's a new direction for me. I shouldn't say new direction. It's a different path in the same direction. Like, I'm still going this way, but instead of giving people this, I kind of shifted it a little bit. I gave them different, like, a different music bed to listen to me on, and it's one that I think really accents my vocals. And like we were saying, by giving someone the opportunity to sing on one of my hooks allows me to go full Sandman mode on the verses. Like, just go all out, give it all I got on the verses, and not have to worry about, you know, the hooks, or because I'm not like a pure singer or a natural singer or anything like that. So I don't have to record the hook about 10 times. Oh, no, this note is off. Let's fix this. And nah, just give it to somebody and let them give the best hook that they can. Kind of like UGK when Bun B said, the reason y'all think I'm such a great rapper is because Pimp C made all the beats and did all the hooks. All I had to do was rap my heart out for 16 bars, and I was done. And he put the rest of the song together. So he was like, I didn't have to focus on anything else. And you were right. I didn't have to focus on anything. I didn't have to play chords and think about melodies for the hooks. I just gave people the best, they're not 16s, but the best verses, you know, that I could give them. Most creative, try to throw a little humor in there. And that was it.
So. It was dope. Now, next level is I'm ready for you to get a woman on these tracks.
I got you. I got you.
So anybody watching this,
facts. We on the same page.
Anybody watching this that feels like they want to drop it, you know what I mean? They could lend their vocals, and I mean real singers. Okay, not. Oh, let me take that back. I mean singers, not singers. Singers. Right? You gotta have something strong to bring to that, to match your cadence, right? They gotta have strong vocal presence. So if you feel like you got it, you know whose DMs to slide into. Not mine. But send your stuff. Send a snippet. Like, you're open to it, right?
I'm definitely open to it. And then my label is up and running for 2020. So 100 Deep Forever is we're looking to work with all kind of artists. You know what I'm saying? It's the pandemic. Everybody's still kind of on quarantine. This is the time to make your go ahead move. So if you got something going, I want to work with you.
All right. Well, I'm excited for your project.
Thank you.
Now that we talked about your side of it, now we're gonna switch over to what is Hershey Me side of it. Okay? And we're gonna talk to the man, not the musician. Good with that?
I'm good with that. I'm a little nervous, but you know, whatever. We'll do it.
We might even split this into 2 videos, but we'll see. Okay? So, we're going to talk to, I call you Sir Esquire. So that's how I shall refer to you for the remainder of this interview. Okay?
To me.
All right. So now we're going to talk to the man. So when we were talking about the different, specifically when we were talking about Protect the Queens, you brought up a lot of things. You brought up how the relationships between Black men and Black women, and how Black women don't feel protected. You brought up like the WAP conversation and how men were around that conversation, as well as, you know, Megan Thee Stallion and the Tory Lanez thing. Right?
Right.
So I guess my first question would be, what do you think as a man is the disconnect between men and women? I personally feel like relationships now are much harder to have and maintain. Would you agree with that? In this day and age, the day is an age of social media and coronavirus.
Well, I ain't really that old, so this is like the only day and age that I know. I've only heard stories.
We talk about in terms of, first of all, I'm not that old either. Okay? But I mean, like, our parents, our grandparents, right? Like, relationships, marriages, those type of things is very different now. It's not like most, like, I mean, I've already been married, right? But you haven't.
No, I have.
So, and I come across a lot more people who are in their 30s, who've never been married, don't have children. It's not really a thing for them, or hasn't been, as opposed to, like, I got married at 21. My grandmother got married at 17.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was more common. But I feel like there's a disconnect between men and women now.
Right.
But I can't speak to the male perspective on that.
Right. I think as far as men and women is concerned, just like timelines are different now. You could have graduated, back in the day, you graduated high school, you got a job at the mill. That was enough to buy you a 3-bedroom house and send your kids to school. And you can't do that anymore. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's 18, 19 buying a house, starting a whole family. I mean, you can. Some people are, but the average American is not doing it. So that's part of that. And then just as far as, man, it's a myriad of reasons and a myriad of things when it comes to black man and woman relations. And the reason I say I can only speak on that because I'm black. I've never been white. I've never been anything else. So I can't speak on anybody else's cultural man-woman relations. And I wouldn't attempt to because I don't want anybody speaking on mine. Mm-hmm. So, and it's just a lot. There's a lot, and then there's a lot of propaganda, right? So, like, people get caught up on black men not marrying white women. But then if you look at the 2017, black men not marrying black women. But if you look at the 2017 census, it says that 80% of black men that are married to black women. But people spend all their time talking about the 20% that aren't. And it's just so, it's kind of like, and so for a long time, and if you don't do the research, people will really have you thinking that brothers and sisters don't love each other. And that just is not true. Look how this country has treated us for centuries. There's no way we could not love each other and still be here having this interview on this podcast. Like, it's just, we all we got. So there's no way we would be able to maintain otherwise. So a lot of stuff is a fallacy. I think, and for the stuff that isn't false, for the stuff that is true, a lot of stuff is vestiges of slavery. We were separated on purpose. We were broken on purpose. We were bred like animals on purpose. So those things take a toll on you mentally. And then they carry forward. Like you look at slavery was, 400 years? That's even in the best situation, and let's say people live to be 100. That's 4 generations. Most people ain't living to be 100. That's 4 generations of people. Like, think about what kind of toll that takes and how that becomes ingrained in someone's DNA. Like, if it rains, right? If it rains for 3 weeks straight, people start jumping out of windows. When we had to stay in the house for 2 weeks, people couldn't take it. So imagine something happened for 400 years, back to back to back. You start to ingrain fallacies, or you start to push fallacies on next generations, and then it's like they become true because somebody keeps telling you over and over. If it rained for 6 months straight, and someone came along and told you, oh no, it's going to rain for the rest of the year, you might be inclined to believe them, even if it's not true. You might be inclined to believe them, even though you've lived your whole life and there have been rainy days and sunny days. If it rains for 6 months straight, if somebody tells you, oh, it's going to rain for the duration of the year, you might be inclined to believe them. So, I think it's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. And then, just the systematic racism, the breakdown of the Black family unit, just all the stuff that we have had to deal with. Just everything. You can get government assistance, but you can't have a man in the house. Black men are good enough to go to war, but when they come back, They can't take advantage of the GI Bill, redlining. You make enough money, but we're not going to let you live in certain neighborhoods. Why? Just because we can't. That kind of stuff. You can't have any generational wealth because you start Black Wall Street, then the government comes along and firebombs all of it, kills everyone, takes all your resources, redistributes it to white people. Then all of a sudden it's like, why can't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? And not only can you not pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but you're not a man because you can't do these things. You can't provide these things for your family. So you're not a man. And then, you know, it just, all that starts to weigh heavily on the mind and on the psyche.
And that's passed down from generation to generation.
Absolutely. Then, you know, then you come with this generation of people that think that they aren't worthy or aren't good and don't even know why they think this. It's not true, but they don't even know where it comes from. And then, you know, just so much divide and conquer. You get a LeBron James, Barack Obama, and an Oprah Winfrey, then people use that as the litmus test. Everybody can't be Barack Obama and Oprah and LeBron. Just because they made it don't mean that everybody's going to acquire that level of wealth. So, you know, then, you know, people start telling themselves all kind of fallacies. And just like even with Chadwick Boseman, well, you know, he was going through colon cancer and he was dying before our eyes and everything like that. But then people were like, oh, no, that's not the new model. That was what he was able to do when he was suffering from colon cancer. Don't start telling people, get up, walk it off. You got cancer, walk it off. What? So, but that's how, you know, the Black wealth disparity has become in this country. People are like, oh, LeBron made it, so you can make it. No, it can only be the one LeBron. Okay? So. And
that's all about what your idea of making it is. If you don't, like, maybe you don't want to be in the NBA. You don't want to be a television host. You don't want to be the next president of the United States. You know, with me, with my kids, I was always taught that you can be whatever you want to be, but whatever that is, you have to strive to be the best at it.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? So it was like, you want to be a barber? That's cool. But you better be the dopest barber in the area with the nicest barber shop around. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be a chef? That's cool. But you better have your own restaurant. Like, always strive to own and be the best at what it is that you're doing. Never settle for just being basic. So now that we know that you're smart, incredibly smart, right? Well educated, well read, well spoken. All right. Now we're gonna put you in the hot seat.
Oh,
because now we want to know why Sir Esquire is single. Wow. Now you can get your sweat rag.
To be honest, I think I was just I just haven't found the right one. I don't want to say I was making good decisions for the time, but you know, we all live, we learn, we grow. So I'm just not who I was. So I can't, you know, I gotta find something new because I'm a different person. So I'm just, you know, looking for the right thing.
And what is the right thing? What are you looking for?
I want a sister that's Afrocentric. I want her to be smart, kind, compassionate. You know, someone that likes me for who I am now, not who they envision me to be in the future. Don't love me for my potential, just love me for who I am now. That's about it.
Okay. What if you were speaking to the ladies that I know are thick in your DMs?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What would you tell them to stop doing if they really want your attention? I'm trying to help y'all out, ladies. I'm trying here.
Hey, I will tell you this. Now, this is my own personal preference. Queens, y'all do what you do. But I do not like women that dislike men. Like, dislike men but are attracted to men. Not like women that don't like aren't attracted to men. You know, not lesbians. I'm talking about women
Angry
that are
women.
attracted. Huh?
Angry women.
Right. Like, don't hit me. I don't want to hit, man. I do not want to hear a whole bunch of dudes ain't this, dudes ain't that, and blah, blah, blah. And that's why I'm with my girls. And we going, well, why are you with me then? Because I didn't do nothing to you. I don't understand. I mean, I am fully aware and I accept that somebody did something to you to make you this way. I totally accept that. But it was not me. So, like, I don't need that negative energy. If you are not healed, if you are not ready to, you know, be in a relationship or be around or whatever, a man, then just, you know, leave me be. Because I don't got time. I can't be nothing but a man. So I'm not interested in none of that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if you had called me a couple years ago, I would try to help you heal. But sister, I'm not there. I'm not there. I just need whole people. People got to have healed themselves before they come talk to me.
Amen. 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 Well, this is what I'll say, because we're friends, so I know you, right? So any woman that comes into your world has to be strong, has to be confident, because there's a lot of women around.
What?
There's a lot of women around.
You mean in the United States? There are a lot of women
No,
in the United States.
You know exactly what I mean. I went to your listening party, sir.
Oh, man.
Other than you and the host and perhaps your brother, there was no testosterone in that room. It was a room full of thick estrogen. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies, if you can't handle the smoke, don't go in the kitchen.
Oh,
There's a lot of smoke. But this is what I'll say about you. I respect the fact that despite all of that, you still don't move like that. You know what I mean? Like you don't move like that. There's some dudes that you be like, you know what I mean? That's not how you move. You're very respectful. You know what I mean? So I respect that about you. So, you know, any woman that comes into your life is gonna have to pass the test. All right? Okay? All right. So, what is something about you that people would be surprised to know?
Something about me people would be surprised to know. I don't know. I kind of lay it out all on the line with the music. I mean, I played basketball in college. Some people might not know that.
Okay.
I have a master's. People might, because there's no way to look at somebody and be like, oh, he has a master's or he doesn't, or what. I have a master's.
A master's in?
Elementary special education.
Because I think that is incredibly amazing.
Thank
that you not only, because a lot of people, like, when it comes to rappers, there's like this preconceived notion of who they are or where they come from or what their background is.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it's like for you to be well educated and then even your chosen area of study, but still be able to make that transition over into this world, that's dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so you gotta like build you a resume.
I feel you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Trying to build you a resume because we're gonna get you married yet, sir. Okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Leave that part in, because I need that in my life.
You looking for a wife?
What? You think I'm trying to keep all this fineness to myself forever? No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You're looking for a wife? All right. Well, I mean, you know, a lot of guys are still out here trying to play. You don't come across many dudes that are like, no, I'm trying to find a wife. I'm trying to find wife or wives. Trying to find forever with someone or someone's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I only say that because my last video was about, my last conversation with a grown man was about polyamory. So,
Got,
you know,
gotcha.
whatever lifestyle people choose, you know what I mean? Just trying to find permanent connections within those lifestyles. So,
Absolutely.
all right. So, do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you want to talk about? Anything that you want to bring to the table?
Specific towards you? What made you come up with this podcast?
With Her Shape Me, like with this piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
I always had a vision for what I wanted Her Shape Me to be. Like
Right.
what I wanted the purpose to be, which was to uplift and build initially and still mostly women.
Right.
But I realized that in order to do that, you also have to involve men because they are a part of the world. We don't live separate in that way. So you have to involve men. But I couldn't quite figure out how to make that happen. So I was doing events or, those different type of things, trying to figure out how to bring this to life. And then Coronisha Jenkins' Ghetto Self came through. And then I lost the ability to physically be in a room with other people. So I was like, well, I want to be able to get these messages or these ideas out there. But I don't know how. And then I was watching YouTube and I was like, duh. I was like, I'll just start making videos talking about different things. And that has evolved into Conversations with a Grown Man. It's evolved into a separate podcast. It has evolved into, I'm going to be doing some self-defense workshops for women coming up soon. So it's taken on many different pieces, right? But that was the general idea. It was really about paying my Black tax, right? It was paying my Black tax.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to.
That.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to reach. I've been through a lot in my life, and a lot of that fairly recently. Like the last year of my life has been transition and trauma. But I told myself, based on things I've been through when I was younger, I said, I can either sit in this space or I can grow in this space. And every step and everything that I grow, I give that knowledge to someone else so that they don't have to do the things that I did. They don't have to stay in those relationships that don't work. They don't have to lose everything that they own. If I can help one woman, man, child avoid an Asian mistake, then that is my responsibility to this world. That is my purpose. So, like I said, I use music, I use videos, I use all those different things to get that across because that's how I express and that's how I emote. So, but the Black tax is very important to me.
Absolutely.
It's very important.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's where Her Shape Me.
Her Shape Me. I got it.
You got it. That's where Her Shape Me came from. And I want to continue to do things. My vision overall is that at some point I will be able to sit in my office on the upper level of one of those skyscrapers in whatever state I'm in at the time and have all these different divisions and pieces of my business going. You know what I mean? Like I would like to get to the point where the organization is running itself and I really can just be the face. You know what I mean? I can really get to that place. Right now, I am editor, the face, the voice, I am every piece and part of this organization.
Right.
So, and be able to pass legacy to my children.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, you said something there.
What?
That's what's up.
Passing legacy?
Legacy, that's important.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, facts. I'm big on legacy, and that was one of the reasons that I changed the direction of my music because, people die all the time. And I don't want anybody speaking for me. What I thought, what I felt, my thoughts on particular issues, I wanted to be out there. So that's why I record and put out music so often as well, because, you know, I don't want nobody to be like, well, these were his thoughts on no. Press play. You can hear exactly what my thoughts were on whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Legacy is not easy to create, and you know that, because I don't know if you got to see that video, but I've been doubling down on the idea of heat-seeking missiles, that people in your life will act as such, and a lot of times it'll be the people that are closest to you. And to me, it's just a test. Like, the path to your purpose is narrow because you're not supposed to take everybody with you. And there are people who will try to knock you off your path or tell you that your path is not for you. I'm pretty sure there are people telling you, like, why are you rapping when you have this over here going on? You know what I mean? So maintaining that and moving towards your purpose, that's why I respect you so much, because you have multiple things going for you, but you push through and you keep them both going. And there's a lot to be respected. There's a lot to be said for that, especially, like I said, as a Black man in today's world, you give me hope for my sons. You give me hope for my sons. You are what, if my son came to me tomorrow and said, this is what I aspire to be, I'll be good with that.
Hey. Wow, you said something there. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you joining me, and hopefully you'll be coming back for other conversations. We definitely gonna be getting some more music, right?
Definitely. That's definitely gonna happen.
Okay, as long as you keep sending me the tracks in advance, we good.
I got you. I got you.
I feel very, it's like exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, you know? I appreciate that. I got this in today's Saturday. So I got it early, and everybody else in the world only gets to get it on Monday. So thank you. Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you for being somebody trustworthy enough to have it.
I got you. I'm not gonna leak it.
Appreciate
it.
Girl, you're so gone, you're so gone, you're so gone. You said we were done, why won't you leave me alone? Why you keep hitting my line, blowing up my phone? New chick, you see I moved on. I'm way over. Yeah, my friends say you finding that I'm tripping. I thought we had something, but we didn't. I thought that you